There's something about the way a Scandinavian woman dresses. It's not flashy, it's not loud, but it's perfect. The long coat that hangs just right, hair tucked into a scarf, a pair of sneakers or boots that somehow feel both casual and expensive. And here's the part that keeps you up at night: it looks effortless. Effortless in a way that makes you think she just rolled out of bed, put on the first thing she saw, and still managed to look more chic than 99% of people on Instagram. But here's the secret: it's not effortless. It's a system and a philosophy. And it's not the kind of thing they'll tell you outright, because the whole point is to make it seem like they don't even think about it. So, today we're going to decode the rules of Scandi style, the quiet formulas, the invisible discipline, the mindset shifts that make it all work. Because once you understand those hidden codes, you can create that same effect anywhere in the world. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Rule number one: buy expensive but less often. This is the Scandinavian lagom principle: not too much, not too little, just enough. Instead of five trendy Zara jackets, they'll save for one perfectly cut Philippa K coat. Instead of six pairs of flimsy boots, they'll invest in one pair from Acne Studios and wear them until they mold to their feet. It's not about chasing labels, it's about control. Every piece has to pull its weight. Every item has to last years, not seasons. And this is where restraint becomes luxury, because having fewer things forces you to make sharper decisions. And yes, this can work on a budget. Buy fewer but better. Maybe it's one good wool coat from a mid range brand. Maybe it's waiting for sales. Maybe it's secondhand designer. The point is discipline. If you want the Scandi look, you can't have a closet full of maybes. You need a closet of yeses, pieces that earn their place. Rule number two: secondhand patience. Here's what people don't realize: a huge portion of Scandi wardrobes aren't bought new, they're thrifted, vintage, found either on secondhand apps, in person thrift stores, or vintage flea markets. But here's the key difference: it's not random thrifting, it's patience. They'll wait 6 months for the exact wool Max Mara coat to appear in the right size. They'll stock a Celine bag on resale until the price dips. They'll curate slowly, like collectors. And this is where mindset matters. Secondhand isn't about finding a quirky piece. It's about building the same precision wardrobe, but smarter. It's the long game. So if you want to think like a Scandi girl, don't treat secondhand like treasure hunting. Treat it like editing. Look for structure. Look for wool, cashmere, leather. Look for coats and trousers. Skip the fast fashion polyester. Build slowly, build with intention. Rule number three: don't bother with color unless it's an accessory. Scandi style lives in neutrals: black, gray, camel, navy, white. That's it. It's not boring, it's strategy. Neutrals let you layer endlessly, mix and match, and always look cohesive. But here's the twist: they do use color, just not where you would expect it. It shows up in a scarf, a lipstick, a single accessory. It's the contrast of restraint with a flash of personality. Think of it this way: a head to toe black outfit with a deep red scarf feels more dramatic than five competing colors. It's scarcity at work. The less you use, the more it matters. So when you're building your wardrobe, build your staples in neutrals: your coats, trousers, knits. Let the color sneak in with jewelry, with one bag, with one scarf. That's how you get that Scandinavian sharpness. Rule number 4, texture over color. Here's the part most people overlook. Texture does the work of color. If you see a Scandi girl in all beige, it doesn't feel flat. Why? Because the textures are layered: wool coat, cashmere scarf, smooth leather boots, maybe a ribbed knit underneath. That's what creates depth. That's why monochrome looks expensive instead of dull. So when you shop, stop asking, "What color should I add?" and start asking, "What texture can I add? Can I pair matte wool with silk? Can I put smooth leather against chunky knit?" This is why they can wear an all beige outfit in the dead of winter and still look more interesting than someone in rainbow stripes. It's not about color, it's about more dimension. Rule number 5, proportion play. This is where Scandi style gets its edge. They mix oversized with fitted, loose with sharp. Imagine a slim turtleneck under a huge wrap coat, wide trousers with a cropped knit. It's always the balance between structure and ease. Each layer has to fit inside the other with intention, not too tight, not too bulky. Sometimes you might need to buy a piece one size up, especially coats, blazers, knits. That gives a little extra room and gives you layering flexibility. And that's the secret to looking effortless instead of squeezed. So when you put an outfit together, ask yourself, where is the anchor and where is the release? One structured piece, one looser piece. That tension is the Scandi silhouette. Rule number 6, heritage and vintage pieces. The most stylish Scandi wardrobes have at least a few pieces with history, either passed down or vintage finds: a grandmother's gold watch, a vintage Celine bag, a Burberry trench from the 90s. These pieces give weight to an outfit. They're anchors. They make everything else feel considered. Even a Zara knit looks elevated next to a vintage Hermes scarf. The point isn't brand, it's continuity. A sense that your clothes aren't just bought, but lived with. That's why Scandi wardrobes feel timeless, because they literally are. They carry history. Rule number 7, scarcity. This is the Scandi secret most people miss. The chic women don't have endless wardrobes. They don't post daily hauls. They repeat outfits. They wear the same coat for years. And that's the luxury. Scarcity makes things precious. Wearing fewer items more often makes those pieces iconic. Think of Steve Jobs with his turtleneck. Think of Carolyn Bessette Kennedy with her slip dresses. Think of that Scandi girl in her long black coat you keep seeing on the same street every day. The repetition becomes part of her identity. So don't be afraid to wear the same thing again and again. That's how Scandinavian chic becomes iconic. In conclusion, Scandi style isn't about money. It's not about trend chasing, it's about mindset. Buy fewer but better. Be patient with secondhand, stick to neutrals, and let texture do the talking. Play with proportion like an architect. Anchor your look with heritage pieces. And above all, embrace scarcity, because wearing less with more intention will always look chic. This is the part of that Scandi girls won't tell you because it ruins the illusion of effortlessness. But now you know. And the truth is, you can apply this anywhere in New York, in Tokyo, in Sydney. You don't need Scandi streets to dress with Scandi restraint. You just need the discipline to choose less, choose better, and choose with intent. Because in the end, the most effortless style is always the most precise. Thank you so much for sticking around for the entirety of this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Bye!